Hi, this is Jay Holstine with Moving the Needle, and I have as my guest today Traswell Livingston. And Tras has been a member of our Vistage group for over 4 years, and just we've gotten to know each other very, very well. And what I'd love, Tras, is if you might do your own intro because I think you'll do a great job with it. And if you could just kind of share some information, not only about yourself, but also ASD, A Home for Life, to kind of let some folks know a little bit about your nonprofit. And then what I want to get into is that our group recently did a fundraising benefit for ASD for Home for Life. And I'd love to chat with you about that and ask you some questions and kind of get your thoughts. So if you wouldn't mind quickly introducing yourself and ASD, that'd be fantastic.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Traswell C. Livingston III. I serve as the president and CEO of a nonprofit called ASD. Our motto is a home for life, and we're located here in Dallas. And we've been around since 1987. I've served humbly as the president and chief executive officer since 2018. My background, I'm actually from Dallas, born and raised. My background has been in affordable housing, either development, management, or operation. My entire professional career, I've been in the nonprofit space. And yeah, I became acquainted with Vistage. Didn't know it had been 4 years. I don't know, maybe three. But it's just been a great ride. It's happened. Think time's flying, but I've learned a lot, got exposed to a lot, and it was an intentional step to meet for me to be involved with Vistage, just to meet folks like you, Jay, and just kind of other people from different walks of life, as well as different interests in their professions. As a nonprofit leader, one of my focuses is communication, and one of my communication focuses is talking to people that don't know about our organization or wouldn't necessarily run into me in the same circle. So Vistage was a great platform, or continues to be a great platform for that, as well as just learning a lot of business strategies and adjusting to market trends, things of that nature that, as a leader in the nonprofit space, are critical. And our organization, like I said, it's been around since 1987. We are a nonprofit that provides housing and services for people that were diagnosed with HIV and have recently expanded to those who are at risk for HIV, focusing on the indigent homeless population, individuals or families. We're providing pretty much the entire wraparound services for individuals on day one, and then helping them achieve health, obtain income, grow their income, and eventually thrive and graduate where they're living independently without the reminder of support or doctor visits and things of that nature. Here in Dallas, we're located here in Dallas in the heart of North Oak Cliff, just south of downtown near the Dallas Zoo, where we've developed 5 apartment complexes. And yeah, so we're a pretty large provider in the Metroplex, and one of the unique organizations like ourselves in the nation. And Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's for the most part. My
Well, I
background is, like I was, oh, I'll just say my personal interest is I'm a broker by trade, and um, just enjoy real estate and Dallas development. So I'm kind of biased that way. Like I like Dallas. I like Dallas real estate. So that kind of keeps me grounded here.
well, fantastic. I think one thing that a metric that's helpful for all of us just to just kind of get the scale of your organization is to understand, the number of people that maybe you've historically served or you're currently serving, kind of what is the level of staff that's required to really provide the breadth and depth of services that you provide for folks.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So we partner public dollars with private dollars to serve and to reach our mission as a nonprofit, meaning we're getting public dollars for housing assistance, um, medication, reminders, things of that nature, transportation, food education, case management, um, from federal funds, and then we partner that with private funds and donations to provide those same services because none of the grants that we receive, governmental grants, are funded at 100%. The max is 75%, if that. And so we couple all of our funds with private donations and just sweat equity to do volunteer services, transportation, case management, medical education as well. And we're serving in our properties that we own and operate, which are those 5 apartment complexes, just under 350. And then
Wow.
we have another 2 to 300 that we're serving in the community where they are, helping them just kind of stay stably housed and making housing affordable for them so they don't become uh, suffer from foreclosure or eviction. So we're serving another almost double in the community abroad.
Well,
We
that's
have a staff of
magnificent.
about 85 employees. We're up to about, oh, I say 92 employees as of October.
Okay.
So we've grown quite a bit.
Yeah, you have. And I think that's something that's really helpful for people to get their arms around is, the number of the 300 and the 200 that you're supporting. So and the fact that you have 5 substantial buildings and yeah, I think aren't you getting ready to do some development with the Braniff Hotel in the very near future?
Yeah, we are. So again, if you understand the history of our organization, founded in 1987, in I guess, really prior to the height of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, people were actually scared for their life, whether they were suffering from HIV or dealing with someone who was. So there was kind of an isolation for those that were living with HIV at that time, and a lot of stigma and a lot of fear. So early on, the housing that was developed, the first building was called a place for us, just because it was a safe place for people to die with dignity. So that mindset of development, there's an acronym called NIMBY that's commonly used in housing development. It stands for Not in My Backyard, which means, hey, we really want to help you get on your feet or get you a job and get you a place, but eh, go move down there first, and then you can kind of work your way up to where I live. That's a NIMBY kind of a mindset. So because of that, as a developer, we've always developed the housing for the clients so that we didn't have to argue and negotiate with owners on accepting people into their residencies. So we've always developed our housing and we continue to do so. And it's much education has helped us all, and now there's not as much stigma tied to or fear tied to people living with HIV. And now obviously it's not infectious if people are on medication or if they're not interacting with you or exchanging fluids. It doesn't matter whether they're on medication or not. So we've learned a lot about HIV, but nonetheless, we develop our housing. We are developing 2 more apartment complexes. We just did our 5th building in 2022, right around COVID, right after COVID. But yes, we're redeveloping the Braniff Hotel. It will be 48 apartment units. We're excited about that because that Braniff Hotel has been sitting vacant for probably 25 years. A lot of developers have struggled to make the numbers work and develop it because it's only 48 units. And that's just not a lot of density for most for-profit developers to make money and get the bang for their buck. But it works for us, and we're able to preserve the historic architecture of the building, which is another barrier of why developers couldn't just scrape it and go high because of the historic significance. So we're developing that. It's right on the corner of Wycliffe and the Tollway. If you drive by there, you'll see the sign. We're developing that for permanent supportive housing, and then we're also developing an apartment complex to be named, but it's on Meadow Lane and 75, the former ARIA nursing home there, and that'll be another 74 units of permanent supportive housing. So we've got 2 big major projects kind of in the next 24 months to hit the ground.
That's a lot of growth. And I think something you said earlier is the public funds is in conjunction with private. And I think that's a good segue to going to the fundraising benefit that our Vistage group did for ASD, a Home for Life. And so, as you know, and I'll kind of share with the folks that are watching this, but also, Travis, please enter in. You know, it was the group really kind of rallied around you and tried to figure out how they could make a difference. And I'm really proud. Like we had a member that was the sponsor. We had many members that contributed into through, valuable items that went to the silent auction. And just I was just very impressed by how everybody jumped in. What would you like to add in addition?
Well, first of all, I'll say, you kind of speak of it like it's, oh, we just had this event, but really your kind of your leadership on that kind of rallying everybody, like we're always looking for ways to socialize and gather as a group. But for you to kind of, think outside the box and suggest us, having this gathering and kind of rally around ASD as a fundraising event just kind of put two common sense strategies into one. So you made it great. I think also the leaders, the members who stepped up with donations, promoting their business, or just supporting silently, really made a difference. The best fun. Or to me, the benefit of the event was for all of us as a group to be able to come together, bring our partners, spouses, kids, and everyone out to the event and have a good time and fellowship with each other, kind of team building and just as a group, which made it great on top of fundraising for ASD, especially during these times of need for food and resources. It's just a big needy time. So it really made a huge difference for ASD and the neighbors that we serve and provide housing for.
Well, thank you very much. And I guess just to provide context for others, this is an event that we hosted at the Gleneagles Country Club and did it out on the pool deck. We had a band play for it, which is
What was the name of that band?
Fake Whiskey and Pot. And so, one thing when you have a band that has the name Fake Whiskey and Pot, you're pretty much assured that they're going to be one really fun and entertaining band. And they had 10 members and just lots of great music. We had folks up and dancing, and I think I mentioned we had like 240 attendees at it and served barbecue. And I think one of the things that I think we did a great job of raising money for ASD, and
Yes.
certainly I think also we dramatically improved the awareness. I think that in suburbia, a lot of folks may not have been familiar with you all as a nonprofit organization, and now that name recognition exists, and so I think that's just been fantastic.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, I've been with the organization since 2011, and we've never had a community event in Plano. I mean, so it was great to have it, with over 200 and was it 220, 240 people,
Right.
all most other than our Vistage group, most new to ASD. So for me, it was a huge opportunity just to have a platform to friend build and talk to people, and share the mission of ASD and the impact that we're having in the community. And on top of that, they were already supporting our organization just by being there, just by having a ticket. So it just made it a real fun, creative thing that we were able to step into Collin County and do some things. Like yes, suburbia, but Plano was really fun and it was just a great exposure for the agency.
Absolutely great exposure. Is there any message in addition that you might want to provide for those that attended? That's kind of in addition to what you just said, or um, I- please feel free.
Yeah, well, for those that attended, I mean, I can't thank them enough. I think I the band was spectacular. The band was just had such a great mix of sounds and lead singers. I mean, it was just they presented a great fun vibe. I think first of all, it was just what a unique name for me. Unique name and logo, I gotta say. All of that was just so fun. But the music was great. I think it just set up a great sound. And then the weather cooperated. It was a beautiful day, and to be able to go back and forth to the country club and to the pool was just, the country club really set up a great environment. So that was great. And then again, our members showed up. The members of Vistage really showed up and supported and silent auction donations. And it was just a great all hands on supportive day. And
Well,
then I would just say, again, back to you, Jay, just to kind of, because everyone's in their own little world of what we've got going on and what we're doing. But it was really, I will say, for me, this had to be the pinnacle moment for me. I mean, I know we got nominations for award and stuff like that a couple of times, but for me, pinnacle moment with my Vistage experience tied to your leadership and your support because you're the one that pushed the idea and the concept of, hey, if we're gonna do, a kind of a social event and try to get together, why don't we do this as a benefit for ASD? And it just kind of snowballed based on your energy and leadership. So I really want to thank you
well,
again, more than anything for me. I'm thanking you, but it's it's made me feel really appreciated for Vistage and Vistage, what the platform that Vistage has given me to talk to, almost 250 people in that kind of setting and just kind of build on these relationships, tell the story, have fun at the same time. I think again, it really helped culminate my relationship with Vistage. You and I, as a chair, we talk all the time, and have different ups and downs based on what's going on in business. But this was I felt a great benefit, just tied to my relationship with you to really put this together. I can't say enough how appreciative I am to you for just pushing it and thinking because I probably obviously I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have even suggested it. So I thank you for
well,
even
thank
kind of
you.
pushing it and seeing it through.
Thank you for that appreciation, and maybe from the success of this time, you and your executive team can be kind of looking for other opportunities like this, which could
Definitely.
open up where you can get awareness with, a body of folks that may not be familiar with ASD, a Home for Life, and further that awareness and just hopefully maybe this can be a really good model going forward that you can put in addition to what you're already doing.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it already is a great model. And, for people that attended, there are a lot of people that have already reached out with follow-up meetings as far as, corporate community gardens and, serving food in our cafeteria, different things like that have already transpired. So yeah, I look forward to more of that. And then anyone watching your YouTube that is interested in, there's a business owner or even a youth group, whomever, that just would like to learn or do any community service. We have a huge campus of community service projects that the groups are here all the time. It's funny because I think the MC of the event and I were at rival high schools. He went to Jesuit, I went to Richardson, and Jesuit's been coming to our organization for over 25 years doing
Hmm.
community service. So, just kind of lets you know there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of ways to connect for anyone watching this. Um, it's just about people and how people want to connect and make a difference. And we provide that platform.
You sure do. Well, I really appreciate your time today and appreciate, we were able to provide some awareness and introduce people to ASD, a Home for Life. And I'm really glad we're able to share some of the benefits of the benefit we put together. And I look forward to planning another one.
Hey, I got you down. Let's
Okay.
do it. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Traswell. Take care.
Thanks, Jay. Take
Bye-bye.
care.